to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. Coming out with it, it's Casey. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger.
And people still fill in the stands. And he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
Getting set for the extra point effort, putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Syracuse's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Morse. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Morse.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Makes the catch. He's got enough to give Syracuse the 1st down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Looking to throw again. Finds his tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's caught.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
Here comes the option. They'll stop him just outside the 30 and the 31-yard line. That's not enough for the 1st down, and now they have a decision to make.
Man, interesting play call on 3rd and long. I think we're thinking pass and which matchup do they try to exploit, and they try to sneak a run in there, and the play's fine. I mean, they run the option very unsuccessfully, small gain, and now we got 4th down.
He slides that just inside the right upright. Take the opening drive and put up a 3. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it out. It's Casey. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Clemson Tigers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take...
Oh, he's got some space. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running back. The big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll go right back to the run. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to throw, it's Dingle. On the move to his left. Slings it downfield. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down? He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out.
Timeout, Clemson.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on second and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They stop him again, and not only that, they've made this fourth down that much harder. And they decide to try out the kicker. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He got it. That brings him to within 1.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50 plus, and he did it with ease.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Dingle. Flips it out in the flat. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Line gets set, first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Still looking, on the move. Finding an escape route. Quarterback gets the first down. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Good timing on the quick out. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Quarterback now breaking the field. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a man. It's Dingle. Extending the play. He's got it on the run. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Getting set for the point after. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Oregon has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up by 21. Over Indiana. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Morris. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Finds his man. It's Morse. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Plucks it out of the air. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Wants to throw again. Quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on ncaa if they can stop them on third down. Working that left side now. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The offense lining up for a first down play. To the air on first down. It's complete. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards and then stop that clock.
Syracuse looked to be in dire straits to start this drive, but now they've got some room to operate. Looking downfield on first down. He wants it all. Touchdown, Cuse. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2 and try to tie it. As it is, they're down by 1. They go 83 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Dingle. He fires one deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Now the play fake. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley.
Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. The Orange will have to punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll run the toss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Dingle. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got him. Breaks into the open. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got him still on his feet. Touchdown, Clemson. And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Iowa State somehow, some way, found a way there in Ames and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. It's funny, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
The sure hands, it's Melton. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Got it near midfield. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. They're working that left side. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quick release on the RPO. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Now the connection takes him to the 11.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll leave it with him. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Climbing up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the upright to 28-13. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. back to pass. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be champ.
That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room.
Return brings it out to the 38. And your Clemson Tigers will take over.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Dropping back, it's Dingle. He turns that loose down the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 25.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And, man, that is a huge play for the defense because they had to stop the bleeding. On the very last play, they gave up an explosive one, and all of a sudden it feels like the defense is on their heels. But what a great job in an individual effort, winning up front, getting around the block, and getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play.
Got his man to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Firing to the right, complete. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Clemson! And the beatdown has ensued. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have got things going here, about to move to 4-1. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Melton. Lowers those pads. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to throw, it's Dingle. Hauls it in.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Intercepted to stop the threat.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Going right to work up top.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn.
He's going to throw deep right side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. Caught. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. The offense lines up at the 41 with a first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Right back up top on second and 10. And the pass will be incomplete, looking for a little window dressing at the end, but the ball game is over. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to